Hey, this is BugPowderDust. Thank you once again for joining me for another World of Tanks video. There's no actual gameplay footage in this one. This is a very short video just to explain how to install some of the mods that you can get for World of Tanks. I was asked to do this by a subscriber who is particularly interested in how I installed the Jimbo's Crosshair mod, which I use as a replacement for the standard vanilla aiming reticle. So, without further ado, I'll show you how to do it. It's the World of Tanks European forum. The American forum is more or less the same kind of layout, but you'll find it in the same area. So you've got, scroll down, Fan Zone, General Creativity, Mods and Add-ons. And the mod in question is called Jimbo's Crosshair mod, which is, let me find it. There we go, Jimbo's Crosshair mod. I must have skipped past that. Here we go. So this is the mod that you want. I'm not going to download it from here because it takes time and there's no point. Let's keep the momentum going. But I've downloaded it earlier. Jimbo's Crosshair mod is right here. So what we do is now we downloaded it, we open that up, and let's arrange the windows side by side. So let's get that one there, and this is the World of Tanks installation directory on the left here. Now you'll notice that the World of Tanks installation directory has a folder called Res Mods. Now this is where all the mods go into. Double click on that. Now I don't honestly know, I can't remember if when you install World of Tanks client it actually creates a subfolder in Res Mods which will match your current version. I think it does, and if that's not there, just create it, but it must be 0. and then your patch number. It has to match it, but I'm pretty sure it's there already. So when you go into that will be empty if you've just installed the client from fresh, or if you've just updated. So you'll see here that I actually installed the client when it was 0.8.2 because this is a fairly new PC, but your own ResMods folder may have many of these different versions in as you've gone through and updated your World of Tanks client throughout all the patches. So the 0.8 folder will be empty. So what you do is you arrange the windows side by side. This is what I do anyway, and you notice that in the zip folder there's a 0.8.4 folder as well. Now I'll cover this momentarily, but obviously it will vary from mod to mod because the makers create the zips at different levels. So go into 0.8.4 and you'll see there's a folder called GUI. So all you really do is you just drag the GUI folder into the 0.8.4 folder on this side. So just literally drop it into there, and you'll be prompted, if you already have another mod installed which may have used the GUI folder already, it'll say do you want to merge it. If you which you obviously say yes to. If you haven't had anything here already, this will just copy over and you'll now have a GUI folder on the left hand side here, and you may have some subfolders, and these are just basically the components which make up the mod which you'll see on the screen. Now let's look at a different mod, and I'll tell you what I mean. So for instance, Aslane's Icon Console mod, so this is the mod that I've got that changes the tank names, so it groups them into red or dark pink for heavy tanks, blue for tank destroyers, purple for arty, green for scout tanks. So this is the mod that does that. Now you'll notice that this layout is slightly different. What Aslane's done is he's basically zipped it from the Res Mods folder, so that's basically from this level here. So if you go into the Res Mods folder, there's a 0.84 folder, which is basically the same one as there, and you can literally drop this at any level you like. So if you want, you can basically go to the World of Tanks folder, up one, and you can drop this Res Mods folder into here, and what it will do is it will basically merge with this folder here, or if you prefer, you can drop down a level and do the same there. This will then merge with the 0.8.4 folder there as well. Or if you want, you can drop down another level, and you can then basically just drag these two folders over here, which as you can see I've done already, and then they'll merge, etc, etc. So really it's just a case of being comfortable with knowing which mods go in where. You may get a mod like this in which if you go into the mod, well, this is unfamiliar, what's damage panel int count 84? All that means is that the person who's created this mod has basically zipped it, is zipped the custom folder that he used to create the mod in. So just go into that, and then we're then back in familiar territory, Res Mods. So you know what to do from here. You can basically go to that, go to here, so they match, and then just basically drag that onto there. So I think you get the idea. It's not that difficult once you understand the layout of the Res Mods folder. There are other mod managers out there. I personally don't prefer using them because I'm a little bit paranoid by nature, and I don't like using too many third-party add-ons for obvious reasons. I'm not saying they're all untrustworthy, I'm sure they're not, and they're very legitimate, but me personally, I just prefer to do this way, because once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty straightforward. So that's really it. I hope that was useful. If you have any questions, please by all means ask in the comment section of this video, and I hope that you found this useful. As always, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you next time. This has been BugPowderDust. Take care. Cheers. Bye.